Welcome back to the Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting and give you my opinion on them. Stories like the Downloader app, the wildly popular app for Android and Fire TVs and more, has been taken down on Google Play because of a DMCA complaint. We'll tell you what's happening there, what you need to know about it, and more. We also will be seeing Hulu and Disney Plus merging in December. We got all the details about what this means and more for their apps. And beware of antennas making claims that you can get cable channels. Black Friday just happened. All the end of year sales are happening. We're getting a lot of people asking about antennas, saying you can get CNN, ESPN, HBO, and more with them. We'll tell you what you need to know about that and more. First though, if you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there. Check them out. Let us know what you think. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, because that helps us grow, because YouTube then recommends our videos to more people. With that said, let's dive into it. So the popular Downloader app has once again been taken down, this time from a DMCA complaint from Warner Brothers Discovery. Now, we've reached out to Warner Brothers Discovery about this DMCA complaint. They have not responded at the time of this recording about it. But the Downloader app is a very nice app that allows you on Fire TV, Androids, and more to easily sideload other apps. A lot of people have used it over time to put apps that weren't available on the Fire TV, for example. But according to the DMCA complaint, they're upset that the app also has a built-in browser that can go to things like warnerbrothers.com. So they're complaining that because it has a browser in it, they feel it violates the DMCA app. We'll see how this all plays out. We don't even know if this was actually Warner Brothers Discovery doing it. We're trying to figure that out, but that was the name on the DMCA with it. Now, Elias, if you know, I've done a podcast with him in the past. He's a great guy that owns AFTV News. He's the creator of the app. He has said that he's filed a counter with it, and he's trying to get this overturned. He said he was surprised that Google took it down with such a vague DMCA request, but they did. They took it down. I'm sure Google has a rule about just taking down all apps when you get a DMCA complaint until they can figure out what's happening with it to protect them from legal recourse. But if you're trying to use the DMCA app or the Downloader app, just so you know, it's been DMCA'd. It's off the Google Play Store. You can still manually sideload it. It's still available for Fire TVs through the Fire TV store, but right now it is not available in the Google Play Store. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. All right, in December, the Disney Plus app and the Hulu app will merge. A little PSA here. Now, these two apps right here will merge, but the services remain independent. You'll still need to subscribe to both Hulu and Disney Plus if you want to have both. Now, one catch here, we have learned and have confirmed that the Hulu Plus Live TV app or service will not be moving to Disney Plus. You'll still have the Hulu app for Hulu Plus Live TV. Question with that? Hulu Plus Live TV comes with all the on-demand content. Will you have to leave the Hulu app to go over to the Disney Plus app to get the on-demand content, or will it still all be in the Hulu app? We don't know the answer to that yet. But be prepared, sometime in the next month or so, you're going to wake up one day and you're going to be directed to a new app that will be the combination of these two. Now, Disney has said that sometime, or it's been reported, I should say, sometime next year, they will be releasing a special bundle deal. It'd be interesting to see what that looks like, of these two services together. Now, they already have a bundle. For example, you can add Disney Plus to Hulu for $2, but we'll see what that all plays out. But just an FYI, get the word out. If you wake up one day and you're like, what's happening? Why isn't the Hulu app working? Why am I being sent to a new app? It's because those two apps are merging. All right, antennas. Now, I absolutely love free over-the-air television. I get it, not everybody gets them, but I get over 50 free channels, great channels, high quality channels, free with an antenna where I live. Now, your mileage may vary, but when you're looking to buy an antenna, first of all, always check a website like Rabbit Ears or antennaweb.org to go see if you are in an area where you get free over-the-air signal. But second, be careful of antennas that are claiming to offer you things like Nickelodeon, HBO, ESPN, CNN, and more. Those cable networks are not free. Now, you can get channels like ABC, NBC, Fox, MeTV, Antenna TV, and more, HD or Home Shopping Network, and more are all free over the air. Now, there are several websites in our stories down below where you can enter your zip code or your full address for more exact numbers to get an idea of what's available for free with a Nintendo where you live. But be very cautious of anybody claiming that you can get cable networks with an antenna. So keep that in mind. But link down below in the story for full details. All right, if you subscribe to Philo, you're going to have a new music channel. A Venmo holiday channel will include music from Mariah Carey, also a Yule Log Hour, and all kinds of other Christmas holiday seasonal content there. If you want to check it out, Philo, this comes as a continuation of the partnership of Vivo, where they already have a bunch of their music channels there. Now they're getting holiday-focused Christmas ones. All right. Fox Sports has been getting very aggressive in our next story to take down anybody sharing clips or videos of their sporting events on YouTube or X, formerly Twitter. Now, with this, Fox Sports in the past had allowed people to share tweets or share clips of stuff on YouTube or Twitter, X now, and more. Now, anybody trying to do this is getting an instant DMCA takedown through an automated system, as instead of just in the past where Fox would just claim the ad revenue from that, they're now going out there to say, hey, nope, we're going 100% take this down. So why are they doing that? I can only imagine that they're trying to grow their own personal YouTube channels and their own personal X accounts and more. For example, the 9-minute highlight clip that they did, which honestly wasn't that great of a highlight clip, but became one of the top 15 trending videos on YouTube on Sunday after it was posted, probably in big part because other people weren't able to post better clip shows with it. So it doesn't surprise me they're doing this. Now, in the past, many leagues and many channels did this, but a lot of them decided it was more profitable, better for them to allow short clips, not full re-uploads of sporting events, but short clips of major sporting events. Funny moments. How many times have we all heard of something interesting happening? You know, a squirrel's running on a football field or something. You go on X, you go on YouTube or Facebook, wherever, and you see just a 30-second clip of it. Now, that used to be fine. Now that is no longer fine, and they're not allowing that kind of content. So we'll see what happens here, but it's definitely an interesting move. I always say there's balance with this kind of stuff. You like people to share my videos so that my videos get content, but I don't want people to re-upload a full copy of my video here. So I understand it. Though I don't understand this idea that, hey, even short 30-second clips on X of an interesting moment or a funny thing that happened are now being taken down. We'll see how it plays out, but check it out. If you want to learn more, wondering why your favorite sports YouTube channels or sports X accounts aren't sharing content from Fox sporting events, that's why. All right, Amazon Freevee announced yesterday that Bloomberg TV Plus and Bloomberg Original channels are coming to Freevee. You will now be able to find a ton of Bloomberg content, both on breaking news and more dedicated original content available on Amazon Freevee. If you want to learn more about what they offer, check out the show notes down below. Speaking of music channels like Philo, Fubo has launched 10 dedicated music channels called Fubo Radio. Now, if you noticed earlier this month, we broke on November 1st that Fubo was working on this, that they had some channels. Shortly after we posted our story, they took those channels down. Well, now they've officially announced Fubo Radio is real. It starts off with 10 channels, including ones like Hit Radio, Hip Hop 1, Top Country, Classic Rocks, 90s Alternative, The Holidays, and more are all being included with it. These are music channels. Now, people say, why music channels on television? Well, for many people, the best sound system in their house is the sound system connected to their TV. It also allows a lot of companies to say, hey, look at all these channels we have. Well, some of those are music channels. They still count as channels in the lineup. But this is a great feature, like I said, not adding anything to the cost of your service. And for a lot of people, your TV is the best sound system in your house. So it's pretty cool that they're doing that. All right, Local now is adding a bunch of new channels, including a channel from Time. You'll now be able to watch a bunch of Time's best coverage out there, but they're also adding a collection of other channels, including the American Baseball Association channel and others now available through Local Now, which the last time I counted was the largest when looking at number of channels available on Local Now, number of channels there. It's a really great service. Check them out. And if you want to see all the new channels they added, check the list down below. Quick PSA reminder. Google will, on Friday, December 1st, start deleting inactive accounts. So if you have an account you haven't used in over 2 years that's never posted a YouTube video or left a YouTube comment, all you have to do is log into it, set up two-factor or send an email or do something. Now they do have a caveat here: business accounts, school accounts will not be deleted even if they haven't been used. Second, accounts with YouTube comments and YouTube videos will not be deleted. That way a huge catalog of maybe YouTube videos from creators who have passed away and more won't suddenly vanish off of the ones, or comments and more. But if you have an old Google, Gmail account, YouTube account, whatever that you want to save, go log into it, or in December you may lose it. They do say they're doing their best to use alternative email contacts and more to reach out to notify people who are at risk. So check that out if you're interested. All right, speaking of free services, Xumo Play will be launching later this week a hyper-local stream of news about your local area called Neighborhood TV. This will offer hyper-local content in a selection of markets like Atlanta and Charlotte, and I'm assuming rolling out to more in the future. Much like Local Now is probably newsfeed, where you get local weather, local news, and more. Seems like Xumo Play wants to do the same, powering the news and information from NBC's network of affiliates. We'll see how this all plays out, but love this. More free content, more options, always good. And lastly, before I get into the question of the day, The Price is Right Bob Barker era is adding 60 new episodes starting tonight. These are 60 new episodes to the channel. Many of these haven't been seen in 40 plus years. These are some of the earliest episodes from Bob Barker's Price is Right show. We're talking late 70s, early 80s. And they're going to be releasing one every night at 8 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, until they've released all of them. I don't know about weekends. Maybe weekends also. Check the story down below. But really cool that they're adding content that hasn't been there. They're always rotating channels. But Bob Barker's classic, very early years, some of this content they say hasn't been seen in decades, will now be available on a long list of streaming services. Anywhere you will find that one. All right, let's dive into the question of the day. If you ever have a question for me that you want me to answer in one of these videos, leave me a comment down below. Start your comment with something along the lines of a question for Luke. That way I know it's for me to answer here. But Jerry asks, do you ever think there will be a paid service to replace Locast? Now that's a great question. Now Locast was a free streaming service that offered local channels streaming online. What they did is they put an antenna up in each market and then streamed that antenna out to people. Ultimately, in a court case, they were ruled to be in violation of the local station's rights with it. Now, many people have longed for the idea of a paid service to get your locals for free. I know a lot of people say just get an antenna, but that's not always the case. When I was first cutting the cord, I lived in Missouri in the Mark Twain National Forest in a valley in it, and got zero over there channels, even with an outside antenna. Let me see if I can back this up there. But with that, because of that, I wasn't able to get any. So many people have tried very hard to bring back Locast with this. See, I can actually do two things, talk and fix the TV at once. The problem being with that is local television stations don't want that to happen. They don't want to offer their stuff direct. They want you to go directly through a cable provider and more, for a long list of reasons. Do I think in the future we will be able to pay, say you pay $20, $10, and you get a small package of channels that include locals? I think that's very likely, and I hope it will be. The big problem there is there's contracts with, for example, NBC's parent company is different than a local NBC affiliate you may have, and more. Do I think someday we'll get there? Yes, I do. I do think that someday there'll be a replacement for Locast that will cost a little bit of money. I just don't think we're going to get there yet. As long as cable is still providing a majority of the income, and it does, your local NBC, ABC, CBS affiliates make a majority of their income from retransmission fees, mostly from cable and increasingly from streaming services like YouTube TV, Hulu, Fubo, and more. I think once that dwindles, once we see that number drop, is when we'll see locals finally be willing to give their content directly to consumers with it. For now, they're scared of upsetting the big cable companies and not getting as much money from cable. We'll see how that all plays out with it. But fingers crossed someday, but I think we're years from that, to be honest. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. We would really appreciate your support. I'll be back again real soon.